So President Trump won the election targeting what he called the forgotten men and women of America. But over the past 3 years, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Charlie LeDuff has traveled the country digging into who they were and are and exactly who forgot about them. He once hit a golf ball from one end to the other of his home city of Detroit to show how bleak and cast aside it really was.
I'm committed because they're talking to reinventing this city. What does that mean with millions in budget cuts? What does a city even really look like block by block? Who lives here?
He chronicled the absurdity of the southern border situation.
Meet public enemy numero uno, a 12-year-old boy from Guatemala named Domingo. He and his mother were arrested by Border Patrol a few days earlier. They were processed, given a notice to appear in immigration court, and then given a bus ticket to Los Angeles, paid for by you, the taxpayer.
Interesting, right? He wrote about it in his brand new book. S-show, I guess, is what we're going to say, even though it's one of my favorite words, actually.
That's how stupid
the country is collapsing, and the ratings are great. It's the subtitle. Charlie LeDuff joins me now. Charlie, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You know what? This is a fascinating journey that you have been on.
Oh, you like it?
I do. And you chronicle corruption all over the place. You say graft goes on everywhere in America. Remember that the New Orleans mayor went to prison for padding his pockets with Hurricane Katrina money. And you go on, Detroit, all of these different places where so many elected officials end up in jail. What's going on?
Well, look, the way I see it, all of America's angry. There's one overriding thing they're angry about. It's the government. Pick your level. The police, the mayor, the county, the president. And Trump didn't just, the people that voted for Trump aren't the only forgotten ones. I mean, if you add Trump plus Bernie, that's about 70-75%. And if they were women, it's probably 80-85%. Things aren't going well, no matter what number, what people are on this set, they're not going well out there. We're not saving. The wages aren't going up. The new jobs that are being created, you know what they are? They're making beds and wiping people's bottoms, which there's dignity in that, but you cannot put a kid through college with that.
You talk about, in Ferguson, you know, a young man who kind of helped to save this guy's shop, and then you go in again looking for this young man, DJ.
Yeah.
And the owner says, I couldn't help him out. I couldn't give him a job.
Right.
You know? And it just strikes me that there's this lack of sort of integrity and respect for each other. Those kind of things don't happen as much as they should, where he would say to himself, I need to do right by this kid. He really helped me out. Those moments just seem to disappear.
Yeah.
How do we get them back? It's not to say there aren't good people in the world, but it happens too often.
Well, you know what we do. Let's say part of this, it's not a media book, but part of it is the media, right? Part of this book is what we can do. Is that guy? His name's DJ, dude, and if I tried to find him, and if you're watching, call me, man. I respect the hell out of you. This is a 25-year-old guy, dark, handsome, dreadlock, the mask, and a piece right here. And instead of us using that telephoto lens, we went in there, and people are trying to loot the store and light it on fire, and he's trying to stop them. And he said, this is not what it's about. This is not what we do. This is not what the Michael Brown thing is, right? And he didn't plug him, but, you know, he tried. The police had abandoned the thing, and he went in there and he tried, and I think that's who we are. And it's, you know, once he left, then the crowd threw batteries at us and hit us with traffic cones. And naturally, you know, as an executive, you'd want that because that's going to get you a lot of clicks. But, you know, me and my partners, Matt Phillips and Bob Schettelbauer, they're part of this book and all the stuff we did. We want to show DJ. And the more we can show DJs, and in those hard times in American life, the more we're going to remember ourselves and respect him. And that shop owner that did not give him a job after the first burning, they burned it to the ground.
You know, how do we restore integrity in the government? Because what I find talking to people is that the ones who seem to have it, they don't really stay that long. They go to Washington for a few years, and then they go, you know what? I'm not going to be able to change this thing. It's too much of a beast. The beast is way too big. It's too out of control. And, you know, it just makes you wonder, is this the fall of Rome? I mean, do we ever fix this? Or is this history going to be read hundreds of years from now and say, yeah, that's what it looked like as it was going down?
Well, you know, I mean, not to be too biblical about it, but everything that humankind builds falls. So it will come. Will it come now? I don't know. But democracy is a beautiful thing. It's a very patient thing. You just keep trying. You know, I don't like to tell people, relax, it's going to get better. Your life comes and it goes. You owe God that life back, right? So I don't expect people to be patient, but for God's sake, don't burn things down. Don't steal things. Don't hurt each other. Don't point guns at the police, right? Because, you know, you're a former soldier. He probably was too. That's the only government that listens to you is the police. You know what I mean? You call a congressman, he's not calling back.
Right.
Mayor's not calling back. The police,
they're the ones who are coming.
Right. Now,
yeah.
you know, I don't feel good when they're knocking on the door because they can take my liberty, but you just got to use the ballot box. You know, kingships didn't work. Tribalism can't work in something this large. Communism didn't work. It's a pretty good system populated by grubby creeps that are called human beings that steal, and I'm sick of
the
it.
worst form of government there is, except all the others, right?
Right on.
Thank you very much. Good luck with the book. It's fascinating, and I hope you'll come back because there's a lot more to talk about.
If you're hiring, I could drive you around. I'm working
Good
at
to
a diner.
see you, Charlie. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.